Hello everyone, you've tuned into Business Today and I'm Aakanksha. CoinDCX has announced the launch of Unfold 2022 and Rohit Jain, Managing Director of CoinDCX Ventures, has joined us to tell us all about this event. Thank you for joining us, Rohit.
Thank you for having me, Aakanksha. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. So could you tell us what the event is about and why Indian Web3 developers should be looking forward to it?
Sure, Aakanksha. So, this is India's largest Web3 conference and multi-chain, multi-protocol hackathon as well. And what we're really trying to do here is we're trying to get the entire Web3 community in India together.
Okay.
Come together, interact, exchange ideas, move the thought process forward. So that's really the intention from this conference. That I'd say that's the primary intention. And the theme for this conference is innovation. So all the conversations in the conference and the hackathon, none of it we wanted to be around what's happened in the last 6 months, for example. All of those things have been discussed to death. That's part of innovation. Some things work, some things don't. What we really want to talk about in this conference is what the next 12 to 24 months or even 3 years will look like. So what are the founders thinking about? What are their roadmaps for the next 12 months? What are they thinking about that's not even built into their roadmap? So we wanted to be a little bit more forward looking versus backward looking. So that's the entire kind of theme for the conference, which is innovation.
Like CoinDCX has also recently launched the whole startup incubation venture, I think the CoinDCX Ventures. So what can budding Web3 startups gain from this event? I believe there's a hackathon as well and there's a bounty.
Right. No, absolutely. Absolutely. So it's called CoinDCX Ventures, and CoinDCX Ventures, it's not an incubator. It's a venture, it's a venture firm. We invest in early stage, seed, Series A, but the mandate is flexible. In terms of what entrepreneurs, Web3 entrepreneurs can gain from this, we've tried to cater to the entire kind of audience, which is why there are 3 components to this event. One is a one-day conference, and we are calling not only some of the largest Indian Web3 entrepreneurs, we're calling some of the largest Web3 protocols, Web3 businesses globally to this conference. So, that brings a certain point of view. And when they come and they talk about what the next 12 to 24 months will look like, that brings forth a certain point of view. So A is the conference. B is the hackathon, which is a 48-hour to 56-hour hackathon, which is trying to figure out whether it's 48 or 56. But the hackathon is going to attract about 250 to 300 odd developers. We've already started pulling in applications. DevFolio is our partner for this. We expect a couple of thousand applications, out of which we will shortlist 250 to 300 people to come and develop here for the hackathon. We are speaking with multiple L1s, Layer 1s, Layer 2s, and protocols to give bounties during the hackathon. While CoinDCX itself is sponsoring a certain bounty, we are also getting a lot of ecosystem partnership for the hackathon. And the way that our hackathon works is, all these protocols, including CoinDCX, will give certain problem statements, and the winners of these problem statements, multiple people will attempt to develop on these problem statements. The winners for that particular problem statement will get the bounty associated with that particular problem statement. So I think that's the second. Okay. And the third, we are also doing a demo day. So there too, it's for slightly more mature Web3 companies, people who've been building for a while, who are looking for a seed, Series A, or a later stage round of funding. We are inviting applications there. There we are doing this demo day with Builders Tribe. So we are inviting a couple of 100 applications over there. Out of those, we will shortlist about 8 to 10 applications, and the 8 to 10 shortlisted startups will present in front of a panel of about 20 to 30 Web3 investors, both Indian and global Web3 investors. So, depending on what stage the Web3 entrepreneur is in, he gets a little bit of everything. There's the conference, which, talks about, which has a certain theme and helps in a certain way. There's the hackathon, and, which is for slightly more early stage companies and developers who are thinking about what they want to do. And then there's the demo day, which is for slightly more mature Web3 companies.
All right, that sounds really exciting. So like you said, the theme of the conference is going to be innovation. And according to you, what are the sectors in Web3 which actually need innovation right now? And innovation is extremely vital.
Yeah.
Recently there have been several exploits and hacks, be it the Harmony Bridge exploit or the Ronin Bridge exploit. So don't you think what is the most vital sector in Web3 which needs innovation right now?
You're not going to like my answer on this one, Akanksha, because my answer is going to be, it's going to sound like motherhood and apple pie. But the answer really is that every sector within Web3, Web3 is just so nascent. We've just seen the tip of the iceberg. We're at 1% of 1,000% or 1,000,000% of Web3 is going to evolve into. So we are on day one of Web3, which is why there's so much innovation left in pretty much every sector within Web3. I'd say we're literally on day one, which is why every sector has a lot of room for growth.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us, Rohit. That's all the time we had. Thank you so much for joining us on such a short notice. It was really exciting talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Aakanksha. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.